Alrighty guys, in this video I'm going to be sharing with you, if you're a meal prep business owner, how we generated $30,000 a month for a client that started with us less than 12 months ago, and we took him from zero to $30,000 a month in about 13 months exactly, and how over 80% of revenue came from these two particular things, and how you can implement those today to start generating basically 80% of your revenue. If you're not doing this, you're leaving a bunch of money on the table. So today's January 30th, 2025, and between January 1st and January 30th, we got them, as you can see, $29,155 in sales and 247 orders. This is an outcome-based meal prep, which means that they sell healthy meals. And check it out. So if we go number one, they're Facebook ads. So I'm going to refresh this for you so you guys know it's real. We spent about $3,500 on Facebook ads, and we got a 4.01 ROAS, which means we quadrupled our money cash on cash and generated $14,000 back in revenue. So that's nearly almost 50% of the revenue that came from Facebook ads. And then the remaining, I'll refresh this page from you guys as well. We use Klaviyo to email market. And then you can see between December 31st and now, they generated another $12,400 in just revenue from email. So combined, that's $26,000 in revenue out of the $29,000 in change that they made. So almost 90% of revenue came from these two things. Now, granted, guys, some of this email revenue would have came regardless. Maybe some people didn't need to see an email to come back because these are repeat customers. Maybe some of the customers from the ads would have found out about them anyway and would have came. So I'd say considerably, at least 60 to 70% of revenue wouldn't have come, even though this accounts for like 80 to 90% of the revenue, wouldn't have come if it weren't for these efforts. So if you're not running paid ads and if you're not doing email marketing is the easiest, you're leaving money on the table. In today's video, I'm going to give you the best strategy. I'm just going to give you one strategy for each one of these so you can implement it today and start getting revenue, okay? So first of all, we can see the campaign that's getting the best ROAS. I don't want to show you guys the campaign that's doing okay or mediocre. We want to look at the ones that's doing the best. So we could see over here 4.58 ROAS. This one is 4.5xing their money. So every dollar we're putting into this, it's getting $4 back. So 811 spent, and we got nearly 4,000 back. Right? And then this is where the targeting is. So this is the people that we're targeting. But most importantly, let's look at the ads, right? So these ads are super simple, guys. These are personal branding ads. You have no idea how important putting your face out there is and being attached to the brand and attaching to the main value proposition or the outcome that they're getting. So I'm actually going to reveal the ad over here, the ad that's doing best for them. It's "I'm too busy" is a sad excuse for your 2025 resolutions. Obviously, we're into January. Everybody's making resolutions. We already knew this. So we're hitting the pain point where it hurts, and we're like under 500 calorie meals. And then we've got obviously the owner putting in some of the meal or filling up some of the plates. Same thing for the second ad. The third ad, a little bit different. We've got a different picture, but it basically says the same thing. And then finally, we've got another variation of, once again, the owner there, and then under 500 calorie meals. Okay, same sort of copy. "I'm too busy" is a sad excuse. So there's three things that I want to drive home today with this ad. Number one, guys, you gotta make your main outcome or your main value proposition very prominent. People just don't know. So if you're an outcome-based meal prep, you want to be like under 500 calories or under 5 net carbs, whatever it may be. You want to make it very prominent. If you're a cultural meal prep, you want to say the authentic taste of home, demonstrate that. And finally, if you're a specific diet like keto, paleo, you want to be like, hey, keto meals or whatever it may be. The second thing that I want to tell you guys is once you find a winner, right, you find a winner ad, in order to get a lot more out of it and in order to scale it, you want to make slight variations of it. A lot of people try to do new things and try other campaigns that may or may not work. But if you've already got something that's working, if you make slight adjustments and just improve it, you can get a lot more out of it. So you want to do that first, and you want to do that as many times as possible. So as you can see, we've got nearly 438 ads, and they pretty much look the same, except one or two things different. Maybe it's the image, right? We've got a different image, but it's basically saying the same thing. It's the same copy. It's just slightly different. It's the same offer. Maybe it's a different menu item that we're showing. So we're getting a lot more out of our winners. We're able to basically double down on things that work and get a lot more output out of it. So that's the second most important thing. Number 3 is your hook is so important, guys. You know what kind of time you're in. Like if you're in January, people care about New Year's resolutions. Valentine's Day is coming up. People care about, buying something nice for their significant other. So make your hook. The first line is by far the most important. David Ogilvy, who's like known for his marketing, said 80 cents out of your dollar in ad spend is spent on the hook, right? So if people don't like the hook, the first line, the rest of your ad is kind of pointless and it's useless. Just spend 80% of your effort rewriting and really making sure that your first line or your hook, whatever your hook may be, right? For different platforms, it's different things. If it's a video ad, it's the first 3 seconds. If it's an image ad, it's really just the first line and what you have in the image. That's kind of considered the hook. That's where somebody decides if they want to stop scrolling. That's where 80% of your effort should be going, okay? So those are the 3 things that you want to implement when you're running paid ads, and the same applies for making posts on social media, Instagram, Facebook. It's just, a lot less people see it because, Facebook and Instagram want you to spend money, and that's really the way to scale, okay? Now for Klaviyo email marketing, what you want to do, guys, the most important thing, if I was going to say one thing, is have a cadence, have a regular cadence, operate like a real business, send out campaigns every week to your entire email list. Okay, so every single week, like January 24th at 2 p.m., we sent out an email and 345 people opened it, and 38 people actually bought the offer. 4,000 in revenue from this email alone. The email before that, 3,000, and then the email before that, 2,000, and the email before that, 2,600. Now let's look at the best email over here. Let's look at the subject line. It'll reveal it to you. Want a free meal delivered to your home by Chef Mikey? Right, so the offer is extremely strong. Obviously, they have to buy the 5 meals in order to get the free meal. Once again, personal branding. We're really making Mikey a celebrity. Like once people see you over and over again, there's so many meal prep business owners that I speak to, and they're like, "Hey, people just really like me. I've been doing guerrilla marketing, like shaking hands, word of mouth, and they've built that relationship with me." You can really digitalize that relationship that you have with people at a much larger scale. So instead of it being one-on-one, you shaking hands, door knocking, or word of mouth, like one-to-one, you can do one-to-many. If people see your face enough times, they build that trust. You provide value. They know you, they trust you, and they want to purchase from you, right? So this is what the email looks like. We can even view it. And then we've got meal item number 1, meal item number 2, item number 3, and then obviously we've got hurry, get 1 free meal. So a very simple email. The job of the email, guys, this is what I also want to stress, is not to sell them on the meals or make them purchase. It's to get them to click. So we want to embark curiosity. Like we didn't put the whole menu over here, right? We just put 3 items and we said get 1 free meal this week. Right, so this gets a lot of people clicking. That's all we're looking to do with the email. With the subject line, all we're looking to do is get them to open the email. And with the email copy itself, we're looking to just get them to actually click and go on the landing page. And then finally, the landing page's job is to seamlessly go ahead and make them purchase. Okay, so this is where we really sell them on the meals, and we really overwhelm them with social proof on the bottom of the people that are saying good things, and that really creates trust. Okay, so guys, if you're doing less than $10,000, $20,000, or $30,000 a month in revenue in your meal prep business, you want to immediately start collecting emails and start sending out emails every week, because you're leaving nearly 40 to 50% of revenue on the table by not emailing your customer base. And if you're not running paid ads, you can start off with very simple ads like images of you actually, like start taking images of you actually prepping the meals and make a quick ad. Make a quick ad, go to the Facebook Ads Manager and go ahead and post it and see what kind of return you get. Okay? So guys, the reason why these businesses are able to scale to $30,000 a month or $150,000 a month, like some of our biggest clients, is because they're regularly marketing. They're using the principle called ABM. Always be marketing, always be top of mind. There's too much competition now for you to be kind of like nobody knows you exist, right? Nobody's getting the opportunity to even try your food. If they do get the opportunity to try your food, they're probably going to come back. You already know this, right? So you want to stay top of mind with your current customers, and you want to get as much new lifeblood into your business every single week, every single day, or else you're going to kind of just go down in revenue and your profit margins are going to go down. I was actually speaking to a lady a week ago, and she said, hey, Sada, I was doing so much better 3 years ago. For some reason, my revenue keeps going down. I don't know what's going on. And then she's like, I think it's competition. Sure, competition's always going to rise, but her real main problem is that she's not marketing all the time. People are forgetting that she exists. Yes, there are other options, so they're going to those now, but your only real solution is to always be marketing and always stay top of mind with your current customers. And what we found is if they place 7 orders or more over a 6-month period, they become extremely loyal, right? So marketing to them and staying top of mind in the front end is even more important than later on, right? So if you get a new customer, other than giving them really, really, really good food, which I'm sure you do, is keep yourself top of mind, okay? So I just wanted to demonstrate how 80 to 90% of revenues of our clients is coming from email marketing and from Facebook and Instagram ads, Meta ads, and how you could do the same. Now, if you are interested or if you have any questions, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. If you comment with a question, I'd be happy to answer. And finally, if you're interested in us doing this for you with a guarantee to at least add $10,000 a month in revenue, please go ahead and click in the description and look at the link, and we'll give you a free training that you can watch. And if you like what you see, you can book a call with one of our meal prep advisors. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next video.